Hey guys, my name is Zediac and welcome back to another episode of Fool's Town here in Cities Skylines. Guys, yesterday I released a brand new series of Fulltopia. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. If you want to see more of it, smash the like button on that video. But today we're going to be expanding a little bit more of Fool's Town. Now today I want to try and get in a bunch of infrastructure towards the peninsula of the kind of Venice slash beach slash university town area. I want to get all the infrastructure set up, all the roads where the highways going to extend and finish, where the monorail will go. Try and get the tram line in too, from Venice all the way up to the kind of university area, because you guys seem to love the idea of getting that in. So we're going to try and attempt all that today. So if you enjoy Fool's Town, want to see more of it, then make sure you smash the like button down below. Now, before I get into it, guys, if it looks a little bit different, it's a little more vibrant, there's a little more colours going on in Fool's Town, that's because I've installed the mod that disables the clouds and the fog around the edges of the map, so we can now see it a lot more better. It looks a lot better too. I actually really like it. It kind of adds a little bit more definition, a little more greenery into the city. So if you're wondering why it may look a little bit different, I mean, it doesn't look that different, but some of you eagle-eyed viewers will probably see the difference. That's kind of why you kind of got rid of the fog around the edges, so we can see the edges more, we can work with more of the area, which is really cool. So I want to work with this area today, add in some of the infrastructure, and there's a few key points I want to try and get in. So one, we got this 4-lane road here with the monorail that comes down. It will eventually extend and then kind of go in to this downtown city area, which is not going to be huge skyscrapers. Well, I don't really know. It's going to be an extension of Venice, like low residential coming all the way down anyway. So I don't think I will actually put in any skyscrapers. It might just be like a very low residential peninsula, kind of like how this is here in the center. We kind of work with it. So we want this little kind of road to kind of come down. It'll probably just cut through the middle. So that, you know, it's got good transport links. This highway will eventually come down and kind of end around here too, so we need like a really good interchange setup. And I've been thinking about this as well. I've been thinking about upgrading this road coming through here into a 4-laner, which might connect up to that monorail. It might. We'll see how things go. I could create like a loop, but the thing would be with the loop is do you know what? I could have the loop start there, come down here, down, round, down and end. So there's like a little, like a C, and then the monorail cuts through there. That could be cool. So we got a lot of things I want to add in and kind of work on. So we're going to see how it goes. So let's pull up the roads. Let's just kind of pause it for a second. I'll go with the basic 4-lane road to begin with, and then I'll upgrade it depending on what we want to simply do with it. But we pretty much need this road here to come down. So I could have it continue to run down right alongside the kind of river there, but we're going to actually kind of bring it in. So I'll kind of do this, and we'll add in some curves eventually. So let's bring it to about... No, let's actually bring it to about here. Alright, I'll add in the curves in just a second anyway. And then pretty much this... we'll bring this to about here, and then have it play off and go. So yeah, it comes down, cuts through, because it's all within walking distance, which is what I like about it. And we'll delete 2 on either side, and then we'll bend that in. So it creates that nice little bend there. We'll add in the bend just here. I will upgrade it again, don't worry about that, to what we need it. Just want to kind of get the infrastructure in. So it kind of comes down and bends and comes away from it. And then the highway will come down. I'll probably create like a semicircle. Well, not a full circle, like a semicircle where the highway touches that road, so it kind of stays away from all of this. I want to upgrade this road, which they're not really going to like me doing this. But I feel like it's needed for the public transport system that I want to get in. So having that run down there. I don't want to connect it or upgrade this one. We'll leave that one as it is. So then the tram can come down here, turn, go down and then skedaddle. And then we're going to create some form of a connection here. So let's make this go straight. Not all of it is going to be monorail slash tram. We're going to have to create that clear distinction eventually, which is which. So to create that curve there, so it kind of bends it all the way around and goes round, which is nice, but I don't want it to be all on the same link. So we kind of have to decide where it's going to change, where it's going to stop, and I think that's when we bring in that semicircle in a way. So if I come up off here, and we'll bring this up by, let's just go, yeah, by 40. And I think I'll pick one. Yeah, let's do it about here. Bring it up by 42 as well. So it kind of cuts in there, which could then also run along down and around and then come back up. And this is where we kind of have to decide how it's going to play out. So if I created, let's say, a weird shape like this, and then we delete as much as that, in like that, and just kind of create that larger curve. Ooh, are we even going to see this curve? There we go. There we go. So it's like, it's a very weird semicircle. It's like a squished semicircle, but it would do the job gloriously. So it kind of comes into there. So it kind of it's like a ring road in a sense. It kind of takes some pressure off the road cutting through the middle. And again, this is all 4-lane roads. So, because another reason for this is it's going to be low density, so you're not going to see too much traffic. I think what I'll do now is do some bendy roads. So bring this down. So it is going to be like the outskirt road. And we want that to kind of connect up to there, don't we? So continue it. Like that. So you got that kind of looped little ring road, which would be like the center of this whole area. Like if you was to create like a downtown area, it will be within that little loop system there. We're gonna have to do some terraforming to sort some of these little edges out, but that's not an issue. So we'll have the monorail will come down, and the monorail will simply just kind of come into the heart of this area, and then we can have the tram go around this whole loop, and then go all the way up and round and down. That's how we could have the tram. So it goes around the loop at the center of it. We have all these little roads coming off it. And then the monorail just cuts through into the middle, which should be pretty handy. Now we've got to figure out how we want this highway to come in and how we want this to approach this whole little area. So it will be connected to this, and it will just kind of filter out into it, to be honest. So we don't even need to kind of, well, we will actually use the highway. I will actually kind of use it and bring it down. But it will just kind of merge into one road and filter into it. So if we take the big 6-lane road, so this is how we kind of designate and show how the city then filters into the residential, how like the highway road ends as it filters into a built-up area. So if I take this road here and let's bring it up to about there, and bring that to about there. Oh, I'm going underground right now, boys. And just kind of delete that back slightly. There we go. And then we kind of merge these in now. So it's probably best if I do a 2-lane road, right? How does that look? What if I upgraded it? Yeah, I can kind of see it being, oh, it looks a little bit better like this. We just want to kind of sort that. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. I'm just using our lane dictation now. It's more to say this side here and what lane it kind of filters into. And we'll do the same for this one as well. Nice and simple. and then we do like a simplistic connection. So let's take the road anarchy off there. Did I put the snapping grid on? Yeah, let's take that off there. Alright, it's quite annoying, but let me just take it to there. To there. Nice little bends there. And that's how the highway then breaks up and ends down. So I could actually use that 6-lane road as well to kind of just cut through the middle. Or at least cut to here and then go off in different directions. So we really are bulking up the road of it. So let's take off the Yannicky now. And then bring that straight down to there. Now I could bring it out by 30. Have that go straight that way. And go there. But it takes off this whole little section A. It kind of takes away everything that we just worked towards with that. So let's get rid of this. Now I've recently installed the roundabout mod as well. So if I just kind of brought this out a few more times there. If I press Command and O, I can use the roundabout here. We can build our own little roundabouts. So if I go for the 4-lane highway and make it of a size of 70, how big's that there? Maybe a bit more. What's 100 like? 100. If I drop that in, you kind of see how it plays out. But I feel like that's way too big. Maybe I shouldn't have done it like that. I can imagine doing loads of little roundabouts on it. Right, let me actually get rid of it. Placing these roads again. And maybe I don't use a highway road. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm saying, boys? Alright, there we go. Or then again, do I need a roundabout, to be honest? Because there's a good little crossroads there, and there, which filter into their different ways. So I feel like I don't actually need one, to be honest. I mean, traffic's not going to be that bad, is it, in this area? You know what? We'll go without it. We're good enough to go without it. But this is the basic infrastructure set up now for the main solid roads. For the smaller roads, we'll kind of link off in going our various different ways to kind of filter and fill in this whole little area. There will be like certain roads that kind of distinguish the whole area in its, you know, shape and form. Like how we have this little diagonal road here going through, it will continue to go, you know, diagonal to kind of keep that design cutting through. Might even bend it in to create a small little connection to there. That could be pretty cool as well. But let's upgrade these roads to what we want them to be. So let's start with the tram tracks. So the tram here will be going the whole of the outer skirt of this road. There we go. So there's a full loop there, but we don't really want the loop to end there. Because you want to be able to take to the beach, where there is currently a metro connected just there as well. Take them up this road here, which there's no other type of tram line, is there? No. So it's going to get rid of the school bus route, which I actually liked the slight red tinge. But then again, we're now changing it to a green tinge in the road, which this will cross over. Let's make sure I'm upgrading the right road as well. Now the thing is, on this one, I can bring it down to here, but we have an issue with how the tram then ends. Ooh, I didn't mean to upgrade you. Didn't mean to upgrade you. There we go. Oops-y daisy. So, oh, that's commercial. So it kind of ends there. So we need to kind of create like a fallback loop. So I have to go into the public transport network for this to kind of change it anyway. So trams, it's kind of this tram track here. And what we'll do is, we can't create a tram roundabout, can we? No. Let me just kind of get rid of that anyway for now. Right, so we'll kind of create, or bring this out by a little bit here. We kind of need to create like a little roundabout in a sense. I mean, I can't really do it with a... Hold on. I have interest. Right, if I just drew this road quickly, because I just noticed there's an upgrade button on this tram thing. Ah! Wait, so I could technically create a roundabout. Right, okay, right. Right, this is going to be kind of weird. Let me just roll with it for a second. So this whole roundabout scenario. Right, it takes place on the end of a road. So okay, I understand it. I'm trying to figure it out because I haven't really used it that much. So if I drop that there, drop this down to, I don't know, 20, which creates that. And then we use a, let's go for a highway ramp. There we go. So that's nice and circular. And then upgrade all of this into a tram track, which we'll use some anarchy to connect it. And that ends that's the end of the route. That's actually pretty cool, isn't it? I really like that. The tram track works, yeah, because the lines are all there. It's a nice little end of route, isn't it? That filters all the way around. That's actually pretty damn cool. I'm very, very impressed with that. I am very impressed. Right, I've got into play mode now. Then just kind of simulate a little bit. We need to upgrade the what's it called now? Hold on. The monorail line. I need to make sure I get this right as well. Now this is pretty much going to end wherever the last station I place in is going to be. So it'll end wherever it ends. There'll be like a station there, and there'll be a station there. We'll get it on the straight parts. So let's pause. So, where is it? Monorail. Which station is it again? Is it this one? Yes. Right, one just there. And then one just there. So let's get the roads back in for it. And that ends beautifully. So that's actually really cool. So this one serves this area around. This one serves this area around. There's a tram line that goes through the middle that kind of swings all the way around as well. That's pretty dope. I like this. I like it. Right. So that's in then. We do need to kind of connect up the tram network now. So drag all the way to the end. Add a stop just there as well. Did it add a stop? I think it's added a stop there. How do we tell? I suppose we don't. We'll just see if it does stop. It should stop there. It should. I can check it a little bit later anyway. But there we go. That's pretty cool. So we've got that kind of set up and added in then. We do need to create the little tram line going around, and we need to create a little depot somewhere too, don't we, to kind of hook those up for the trams. So the little tram depot, where do I squeeze? Should I just like place it right on the edge here, or should I have it like, or place it there? Reason being, oh, that's very high. I was gonna say reason being that Oh no, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. What have I done? What is this monster I've created? Right, how about I place it somewhere over here? Feels a lot better. What's the landscaping like? So it would be better. Oh, yeah, there. As a little depot, because the land is a little bit more flatter over on this side. Right, squeeze you in there. Okay, apparently it's not that flat. Let's pause. Alright, just slightly push it back a bit. And then we're just smoothing it all off. Alright, there is the little subway line that kind of runs through just there. So how about I move it over to... I'm going to have to sort that little section here right now. Right, there we go. Smooth it. Oh, no. Wrong one. Smoothing that off there. Smoothing the edges just off here. There we go. That feels a little bit better. Why are you not connected to it? Why are you being such a pain? Ah, there we go. Connected. Right, so it does need power. Power does not reach to it apparently. But let's drop a couple of parking situations down there so you can grab and jump on the tram network. And we'll add all the stops in eventually. This needs water. Do they stop on this one? Where's this one now? Let me see when this one comes out. Does it stop at that one? So I don't know if I have it on both sides. Oh, there's one coming down right now. I don't know if I have it on both sides set up. But do you stop? Yes, you do. Now, do you stop on this side? If it does, glorious. We've got it down, boys. It's good to go. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Right, so it does stop on that one then. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, boys. So the tram network's connected. The metro is connected. In terms of roads, not the actual stops. Not the actual stops just yet. But they're sorted. I really like this. I really like this. So let's sort out some more of these little roads then. So the highway comes down. It's actually being used. Oh, as I see, it's actually being used. It's actually being used by the garbage truck, which is kind of cool too. So yeah, let's kind of add in some of the base road connections then, and we'll kind of do this little area here first. So with the trees ones then, make sure the anarchy is turned off. Bring this straight across. So keep it in its lines going. So these are the major roads that come off all of this. Let's create that little connection for a road here as well. So if I brought this to about there. We're underground. There we go. And I think, yeah, that'll make the perfect crossover point just here. Can make it more sharp if we bring it up by one more. So there's a slight little bend on it. And the academic, you can't even say the word. The year is over. A lot of stuff happens. We won a sports trophy too, which is really cool. But I'm not too bothered about it just yet. I'm trying to get all this stuff in. So, how heavily used do you reckon this connection here would become? I mean, you're only really going to use it if you're coming from like this side and cutting in. And down you go, but then that is the more downtown area. You would use this one to come down to there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm hoping they don't use that too much. I suppose only time will tell. Okay, and we'll create two. We'll create two connections coming off either of these. I can hear a fly going around my room. 2 connections coming off this, so first let's kind of set up. Right, we'll use that point there as the crossover. Is it that one? Yeah, there we go. So I'll create a couple of grids to begin with. Just there. There we go. So we'll use the middle one as the first crossover point that connects to that road, which is going to be a through road from there, which is actually being used by a couple of cars there, which, well, one car anyway. Is that police car going to come down? Yeah, okay, so it is being used. And then continuing with that fashion, if I use this road there going straight down. Wait, is that feels slightly diagonal. And I don't know why. I'm moving this up a bit more. I think because that's where the curvature in the road begins. Alright, nice. I want to keep that square there as well, because I kind of like that. Alright, so try and get a grid effect set up here too, because this is the suburbs now, guys. This is where we are creating the suburbs. And so you get that solid grid effect, which is pretty cool. So we will have to connect it in various spots here as well. And obviously we'll have a tram stop there, so it's walkable. So you've got this actual area here has got some really good connections. It's got the monorail station there and up here. Got a little bit of commercial there. Love the tram stop just up there as well. Got good drivable connections to the highway and to the tunnel, which leads to the industrial area. It's got some really solid connections, but we just gotta add a few more in, boys. Add a few more in. So this would also be connected, and that's 2 connections there set up. So where can I? There we go. Get that in there. And I'm thinking now, where's the best place? If I bought that, there we go, down by 1. So I want to leave some like a little barrier for a few trees eventually in. And let's just bring this up by a few there. So I'm trying to add a little bit of structure to this. There's 3 very, very wide little spots there. Not too sure what we can actually do with them. I think I'll fill the first one up here with some roads. There we go. I think I'll do the second one as well. We'll do the second one. And this will be... and that little middle one there will be treated as like some form of park or something. There we go. Which then this could lead underneath to whatever we place in as well. If I bring that up by 1. Create a diagonal connection. Not bad. Okay, so let's work on this little area quickly. We have like a little end park just there. So that is a very simplistic setup of this area, which is pretty cool. So there's 2 major points on each road, how you enter this area. There'll be a couple of walkways as well that we could throw in. But let's see what parks I could get in first. So let me just go for like the big standard parks to begin with. So if I don't want to throw one of those in just there, but I'll place one just here. What else have we got to use? I could throw down. There's all these letters. I forget about those. The golf course. I really just want parks. Right, it's just quicker to scroll, isn't it? I really want these little kind of parks to be placed in, because it is like a suburb neighborhood area. We'll throw one just there, and we'll use the paths that are linked from them to go to the various hotspots around the neighborhood. So we'll drop one in there. And one of these just there. Got to drop a couple in here, haven't we? So I think I'll drop one that side and then mirror it over there, and we'll do some really cool path connections. So like I said, very simplistic, very, very basic and simple. A few little parks in. So bringing up the little paths then, put the Anna key on. And we're using them to be walkable connections. That's what we're doing. We're creating these simple little walkable connections. Okay, we'll leave those ones, the dirt path ones, for a little bit later. Just a second. Alright, there we go. And that will then go down to whatever road we decide to add in. These are going to be quite fun to do, because I can create this kind of little squared route. Which is nice, because then you don't bring this up. Straight across. So it just adds that little extra to the area. And then, what path is it? Is it dirt path or is it like a park path? I think it's more of a dirt path, right? Yeah, it is. And then we run around the edge where the zoning is not, what is non-existent. Create that nice little back and forth. That's pretty cool for that area. I did the same over here. So, and then we'll kind of like come down on a diagonal. There we go for that area. And was that the only ones I got in? It was, yeah. So nice few little hotspots there, and we're just basically using them as quick walk connections, which is pretty handy. The rest will just fill up with general stuff anyway, but that's how this whole kind of area is going to be rocking and rolling. So let me just finally get in then the tram line, and then we'll start up here. So we'll place the first one, no, go from this side. First one there. And then we'll do one there, one there, one there. And then we'll just kind of drop every so often one in. So I do understand that some of the areas are, you know, I often underestimate how far they can walk. So we just give big gaps. Now this is the only thing as well. I don't know where I'm going to have the roads in every so often along here. So if I just do like a generalized large walkable gap, and then we'll fine tune each one. Oh, which that is not fully in yet. Right, okay, we'll come back to... Oh, that's kind of annoying because I can't do anything about that. There we go. Next one. So yeah, I just do these large walkable gaps, and then when we add the roads in, we'll then fine tune each one to how we would want it. And now this is kind of weird now, isn't it? Yeah, because I'm now going back on myself. I kind of am, aren't I? So how would I do this? Because this is now interesting. So I come up to go around, but if he was on here, say if he was here, like there, and wanted to go over to there, it would take you back in a full loop. So what would be the best option for me to do then? Like end the tram line. Nah, not really there. That's actually quite annoying now, isn't it? how I'm going to have that set up, because it's quite an awkward loop. But then again, you could... The stop's there anyway. So if you wanted to go from there to there, just hop on. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point, but just for the sake of adding it in now, just to understand that when I do come to build that area, you know, the tram line is there. If anyone's got any better ideas that could just kind of give me a little bit of push in the right direction, let me know in the comment section down below. But we'll figure something out that'll be pretty smart, pretty unique, pretty handy. So there. And it goes around at the very end, which I can't wait to see that. That's quite a unique thing to the area now, isn't it? That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I like it. It's going to be dope. Dope. So I'm thinking, what if he came around, that thing came around in this area? No, nah, okay. I'm going to have to figure something out about that. I might just do like an individual loop. Which I could. Oh, do you know what I could do? So you know you got that one side going around. Then on the opposite side of the road, we have one that just does the loop, if that makes sense. So if you wanted to kind of like go, you know, catch a tram around the loop, you go on the inner. Yeah, there you go. So we got the inner line and the outer line. The outer line goes around the full thing, but the inner line stays in the middle. That's a lot more handier. So you'll see all the trams come out now and make their mark and move and stuff. Is any tram on the way down here just yet? No, not yet. Not yet, boys. This is going pretty well. So this area here will be mimicked over here and pretty much all down. So let me know, should I add any little skyscraper little area down here? Because there's all suburbs that lead down to like a little peninsula. Or should I keep it all low residential? Because this is the infrastructure that I want set up and added in anyway. We'll add more stuff that goes on. So we got the transport lines in. We just need to add it all in the next episode and kind of get it all up and running. Any trams making their way downtown over here this way just yet? Not yet. They're all hitting the loops. Well, we're going to be down here soon anyway. So let's have a little... what the game considers a timeline experience. But they are starting to use some of these roads, which is also pretty cool to see. It's only beneficial to a certain extent. I like this little monorail line as well. You know, it kind of starts up here in the big dense area, goes down past the Fantastic, which I've decided to keep the name, guys, because it's hilarious, and it ends in the bigger part too. I feel like at some point we might have to put one there, but then again, maybe not, or at least push this one back a bit. Has Fantastic got any peeps going to it? That's how slow my game simulates. 4 total visitors. It's crazy, isn't it? We'll get more as, you know, time goes on and we build up and around it and stuff like that. But it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy how slow the game simulates at this point. But I just wanted to see a tram go around my little loop over there, because that's going to be quite fun to see. Where is it over here? A lot of trams are still coming out, making their mark. Let's do some junction restrictions so they just keep pushing themselves out. Turn the traffic lights off that as well. So they're just coming out. I wonder how many we're going to have. I bet there's going to be quite a few, isn't there? That one's actually stopping. So this one's actually a part of this line. In your own time, you can move. But yeah. Right, where is the one that's going around? Who's made it the furthest way around? You are over here. So they've got a long time to go anyway, but the infrastructure is there. A nice little donut, a squashy little donut loop there, which filters the traffic to move it along to where it needs to go. Basic infrastructure set up. Big 6-lane road cuts from the highway as it kind of frazzles itself out, which is glorious. But when we get all the the residents and stuff moving into this area. Not only is it going to give us like a huge population boost, but it's going to be quite interesting to see how the traffic handles it. So we do have like a simple connection up here as well. Still need to finish this area out there. Has where this goes to the industrial area, they all seem to come out of this side here because it's quicker for them. But for this area, quiet connection, so that's all solid. I feel like I've got some really good infrastructure. I think this is the first time I built an area where I've done the infrastructure pretty sweet. Where I haven't built the area, seen how bad the traffic is, then updated the infrastructure. I've done it the other way around this time for the first time in a while. So that's pretty good to see. Guys, we're going to end it for here anyway. So, you know, basic infrastructure now all set up. Next episode, we'll get all the residents moving in and get it all rocking and rolling and see how crazy this place is going to turn out to be. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.